What's going on with Rick Carpenter?
Carp had a setback after he threw his last live. He looked really good and felt good. The next day just didn't respond like he had hoped or we had hoped. So he's back to St. Louis for some tests yesterday and some more tests today.
What's the fear at this point as far as his availability down the line?
It's really still undetermined. We don't know until we have these tests come back and how he responds. And just like we talked from the beginning, it's more how he feels than anything else.
At this point, no talk about whether or not he'll be in the DL to start the year off?
I haven't talked about that. It's too early.
What's the source of the discomfort?
It's just shoulder's just not responding. So we're uncertain of the root of it. That's what they're trying to get to. So, tests on the neck and the shoulder, and trying to figure out where it is all coming from.
Lance Land, of course, is the one you're looking to stretch out. What had you guys believing in Lance being the guy that could fill that slot in the rotation?
I think the maturity that he had through the season last year, stepping in and going some big innings. His stuff, his makeup. He's a guy whose body can handle that kind of workload and has in the past. So I think all those things in combination made him that guy.
Mike, I know there was probably some remaining optimism about Carp being available the first turn of the season. Is realistically that has to be off the board right now?
I think right now pretty much off the board, at least opening day. And we've given Kyle that assignment. Loesch is going to be the opening day guy against Miami. And we'll just, once again, try not to get too far ahead of ourselves with Carp because we certainly don't know.
Are you going to have the pitchers in order like Westbrook is pitching the day after Kyle and
Things should stay in order, which I know Adam told you the other day puts him in line for the home opener. So we'll go ahead and confirm that right at this time. That's kind of how things are lining up.
With that day off, does he jump ahead of somebody to do that?
No, we're keeping guys on 5 days.
Who is the fifth guy to pitch?
I got to look at the whole thing in order, but plan on trying to keep those guys on schedule.
Does this open up a role for someone in the bullpen now that Lance might be needed as a starter a little bit longer?
It certainly does. So just continue to have these guys in the field.
Without Carp in there, are you any more inclined to keep an extra pitcher going in, or is that not on?
Not at this time. I mean, once again, I don't think we have concern with Lance not being able to get to a pitch count.
Okay.
He's progressed where we had hoped he'd progress to as far as building up his endurance as well. So we'll be keeping an eye on his count for sure, but right now we still haven't changed our minds with that thought.
What told you that Kyle was the one to start the season?
Well, we just kind of started lining things out how they were throwing in the spring. A lot of it rotated around Adam and how we could continue to stay on his program and his rehabilitation, making sure he was getting the right kind of rest he needed, and then just kind of plug things in. But we can't forget that this guy did lead the team in wins in ERA last year, so that certainly wasn't discounted.